So I was running to class, running, booking it. It's your girl Bree, and I'm back again. Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? So this is part 2 of my mukbang featuring Mo's Southwest Grill and Q&A. Now these questions, I didn't mention this in the first part, but these questions are a mixture of what y'all asked me and questions I think that y'all would ask me. But next time I do a Q&A video, I am manifesting that these are going to be questions that y'all asked and not some questions that I think y'all would ask. So we're manifesting that. But let me see, where am I at with my questions? Okay, I know where I'm at. I'm gonna eat a little bit because I've been talking a lot. Also, if y'all like more videos like this, like mukbangs, let me know. It would have to be healthy options because I'm trying to lose weight, but I could still do mukbangs. It'd just be healthy mukbangs. So if you're interested, just let me know that you like these type of videos and I'll do them. That vanilla Diet Dr. Pepper is good. I told them to give me a lot of chips, but I probably didn't need a lot of chips. But whatever. I've been working out, so I'm proud of myself for that. So if I eat a little bit bad, it'll be all right because I'm working out. You ain't always got to eat 100% healthy all the time. Okay, let's get into the questions. I'm getting off topic. If you won $1 million, what would you spend it on? That's easy. So I would pay off all my debt. That's including student loans, personal loans, just all my debt. I would buy me a house with so basically buy it all the way out, no mortgage. I would buy me my favorite car, which is either a Hummer or a Jeep Wrangler. I would buy that. But mainly after I pay off all my debt, buy me a car and a house. I mean, I could get furniture for the house, but honestly, that's it. I wouldn't work again. I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to work again. If I won $1 million, I'm not going back to work. Why? I'm going to do content for you all, and I'm going to live life. I'm going to travel. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I would travel, and I would make content for y'all, and I would never have to work again. But I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to definitely save some of that money, but that's what I would spend my money on. This queso done got kind of cold, but it's still busting. I'm almost done with this, y'all. It's so good. Okay, next question. Oh, this is a good one. It says, who would you tell if you won $1 million? Okay. If I was single, I wouldn't tell nobody. I don't even think I would tell my mama. Oh, that's funny. Nah. I'm going to tell you what I would do. Honestly, if I won it right now, only person I would tell is my boyfriend. That's the only person I would tell. And I would spend everything that I told y'all I would spend my money on. Then I just don't even know if I would tell. I don't even know if I would tell my family. I'll just keep it a secret. I just tell my boyfriend and that's it. To be honest with you. That I won $1 million. That's the only person I would tell y'all. He was right though, but that's the only person I would tell that I won $1 million. But if I was single, I wouldn't tell nobody. But yeah, I'll tell my boyfriend, buy the things I told y'all I wanted to buy. And I'm not saying nothing else. Nobody will ever know but my boyfriend, but me and my boyfriend. That's the only people that would know that I won $1 million. They might know I got some money because I got my house and car and all this stuff, but they won't never know how much it is. But yeah, you gotta be, I ain't gonna say you gotta be selfish with your money, but coming from somebody that's been broke, I'm gonna want to be selfish with my money. Just for a little bit. Maybe in the beginning of me having that money. But, what else? We're going to the next question. Okay. What was your most embarrassing moment in high school? Most embarrassing? I would say if I can pinpoint one thing, it would be when we had a pep rally at my high school. And I was a cheerleader around that time. I had on the biggest skirt out of everybody else because I had the biggest butt out of everybody on that team. And so they ordered me a really, really big skirt just because I had the biggest butt. And everybody else had these little short, skimpy skirts. And I had the biggest skirt on. Longest skirt on. And maybe it's because I didn't roll it up like I was supposed to, but I don't know. I felt like I should have had the little short, skimpy skirt as well as everybody else. Even though their butt wasn't as big as mine. But whatever. And this is not the most embarrassing. That's why I didn't say that first. But another embarrassing moment that I can think of is the way I used to dress in high school. I used to wear these I used to wear these grandma dresses, y'all. If I can find some pictures, I'm gonna put them on the screen. I used to wear like vintage stuff. Like I had a phase where I just wear like vintage stuff, dressy church girl stuff. I think I had a phase where I just did that. And it was just like, people would ask me, are you going to church after this? Like, what's going on? Embarrassing. Embarrassing. I thought I was cute too. You couldn't tell me I wasn't cute. That's the funny part. That you couldn't tell me I wasn't cute. Y'all, if I can find some pictures, I'm going to put them in here. I remember one picture in particular. I even learned how to tie a tie to wear this outfit. I had a tie on, a turtleneck, and it was like a vest with some khaki pants. Boy, you couldn't tell me I wasn't cute. And it was not cute, y'all. I would never wear that right now. But if I got some pictures, I'm going to definitely show y'all. Because the way I used to dress in high school, I just don't understand why I used to dress like that. Nobody else was dressing like that. Around that time, I was in my own world. I was in my own world around that time. I can't think of another embarrassing moment, though. I do have an embarrassing moment, but it wasn't in high school. This was in middle school. I'm gonna tell y'all this one. So this dude, he used to always pick on me. Of course, because he liked me. But he used to always pick on me. And one time, the bell had rung. And I was like the only one in the hallway when the bell rung. And my class was like all the way at the end of the hall, right? So I was running to class, running, booking it. And he done put his foot out in front of me. When I say I flew down the hallway.
I believe I can fly.
When I say flew, I didn't know I could fly. At that moment, I flew down the hall and I landed on my knees. And they was just laughing at me because it was people. Of course, it was him right there, and it was kind of some people behind him, like in the classroom, that I think seen it. That was so embarrassing. I flew all the way down the hall. And of course, I was a lot smaller than I am right now. A whole lot smaller than I am right now. But yeah, that was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. I hope karma got him good after that. Okay, so this one says, what's the most challenging thing you had to go through in your 20s? And what do you wish you could have done differently? Y'all hear that? Is that somebody's car? I don't know what that noise is, y'all. So please ignore that. These walls are paper thin. And I don't know if that's somebody's car or what they doing outside. But it sounds horrible. But, what's the most challenging thing you had to go through in your 20s? I'm going to answer that part of the question first, because this is like a two-part question. The most challenging thing I had to go through was moving out of my mama's house. That's the most challenging thing I had to go through. Just because I didn't know if I was going to find a place that I could afford. And then when I did, like when I was thinking about moving out, I was telling my boyfriend about it. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go with you. We'll do this together. So that's when I was like, okay, cool. You want to go with me? Cool. Let's do this together. So it was a huge process. Getting a U-Haul, taking the U-Haul back, moving all my stuff out my mama's house with just me and my boyfriend. So yeah, I think that was the most challenging thing, just because I went out on faith. You know, like I told y'all before, I grew up in humble beginnings. So I didn't have a lot of money. So taking that leap of faith, moving out, and basically expecting everything to go as planned, that was the most challenging thing I did in my 20s. And I was 21 when I moved out. So I was so young when I moved out. Okay. And then the next part of that question says, what do you wish you could have done differently? I definitely don't. I'm glad I moved out at the time I did, because it was just a toxic situation that I was going through. And I'm glad, you know, I did choose to move out. But, okay, one thing I wish I could have done differently in my 20s. Was I in my 20s? I don't know if I was actually 20. Yeah, I was. I had to be 20. I had to be 19 or 20. Yeah. Going out of state for school. If I could go back, honestly, I wouldn't change that, but I would make sure that I was more prepared to do that if I was going to do it. And what I mean by that is making sure that I had the money to do that, which I didn't, so I probably would never went out of state. But at the same time, for the experience, I did enjoy myself. I'm glad I was able to go out of state for school for 2 years. I had a good time. But if I could just think a little bit more into it and really choose wisely, I don't think I would have done it, just because it was so expensive. Those loans are going to be on my credit until I pay it off. It's just, or until I get that loan forgiveness, if they give it to us. But yeah, that's one thing I probably would have done differently. What's something else? One more thing, and then we're gonna move to the next question. I wished I looked into veterinary medicine a little bit more than I did, because honestly, I don't believe I would have pursued veterinary medicine if I knew everything that went into it. Because I feel like I knew like surface level, but I didn't really know, until I got into it, what really, basically what all it took to be a veterinarian. all the stress you would have to go through. And it's like the number one ending rate. I'm going to say self-ending rate. I don't know if we could say that on YouTube, but the most ending rate out of all professions. And you can look that up because I've already looked it up. But you can kind of read in between the lines what I'm talking about. Okay, moving on to the next question. What is your love language? So I have two main love languages. One of them is gifts. I love gifts from my partner, my boyfriend. I love gifts and acts of service. I like when he does something around the house that I didn't ask him to do, but he did it anyway, just because he knows that it needs to get done. So he did it anyway. So acts of service and gifts, gift giving is my top two love languages. What is your favorite comfort food? My favorite comfort food is spaghetti and meatballs or macaroni and cheese. Either one of them is my favorite comfort food. And I love me some fried chicken. Love me some fried chicken. Okay, next question. It's on the next page. What do you love most about your home? Two things. That me and my boyfriend, that we're the only people that live here, and that the rent is so cheap. But the thing about the rent being cheap is you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for sure. That's one thing I can say about that. So for all y'all with that high rent, y'all paying for luxury. Y'all not paying just to stay there, but y'all paying for luxury. But this right here, like I said, you get what you pay for. And that was the two main things. Next question is, do you have any tattoos? I have one tattoo. And it hurt. It hurt like crazy. I have a 3D butterfly that has shading and everything. It's purple, of course. And I have some words above it that says, trust your wings and fly. Meaning, trust what you have going on and push yourself forward. Don't doubt yourself, in other words. Basically, trust that everything's going to be okay. And trust that God is always going to take care of you. Trust and believe that. Basically what that means. Trust your wings and fly. Okay. Scuba diving or skydiving? I would say scuba diving because I would love to swim with the fish. I would rather do that first before I go skydiving. Just because skydiving is so scary. It's so scary. I'd rather go scuba diving over skydiving. Yeah. I'm almost done with my food, y'all. This is the last question. Okay, this says, what is something you have accomplished as an adult that your younger self would be proud of? Knowing my self-worth. My younger self would be so proud of me. Because I used to let people treat me any kind of way, to be honest with you. I used to let people disrespect me and stuff, and I would forgive them. Which, it's not even the forgiving part. It's really just, I let people disrespect me that I would never let disrespect me right now. So, knowing my self-worth, that's a big accomplishment for me, because dudes used to do me dirty, play me like a fiddle. And my younger self would look at me now like, I know that's right. Anything else? Any other accomplishments? Starting my YouTube channel. My younger self would be proud of me. Starting my YouTube channel. And taking it seriously. Cutting off certain friends that wasn't really my friend. My younger self would be happy that I cut off a lot of people that wasn't my friend. But y'all, that was the last question. If y'all made it to the end of this video, drop a heart emoji. And if you have some more questions, let me know. And later on down the line, I might run this back. Run this video back. And answer some more of y'all questions. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. We on the road to 500 subscribers. So definitely help your girl get there. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.